This is my cute little collage spider, but I think that they need a little web. So I'm going to draw one of those onto this background now. I'm going to use a Posca pen. Let's start in the middle, somewhere around here where the spider might be sitting. So this will be covered up, but we just make a little circle. Then I've got a general idea of where they're going. Now we're going to do a radial web. So we're going to go out and let's do quite a few of these. And you have to go over the Posca a couple of times sometimes to make it more obvious. So these are a little bit too meaty, so we're going to go out again. This one a little bit more, I think, than this one in the middle there. And they're probably all right now. So what I'm going to do now, we'll leave it about here and just make my little crossbars here. And I'll go all the way around. They're not always attached. And then I'm going to feed inwards. So I think I'll move around here and just work my way around the web. When the dew gets onto them, they create some lovely little water drops, and they're like diamonds. Getting closer to the centre. Probably not going to see these though, because our spider is going to be sat on the web. But it's relaxing to do, isn't it? So we're just going to go all the way around, getting closer and closer to the centre. There we go. And what I'll do is just a little bullseye in the middle. And that's the way we started. So my little spider's going to be sitting here. Now, in real life, we're going to have a few more little bars occasionally in between. They don't always match up. Sometimes where a fly has flown through, there'll be a gap. Sometimes you'll get some extended a little bit further out. And I'm thinking, let's draw on some of these little droplets of water. And that will look really nice, won't it? So let's imagine this is the base. So let's imagine we've got some droplets of water coming out here, just extending out onto each of these little intersecting points. And we're going to have a few little droplets probably in the middle as well. As if they're sort of dripping off. And a few up here. And maybe some more on the little intersecting parts here, as if they're about to drop off. the web. Maybe a couple over here as well. There. That's sweet. Right, so now she's got a lovely web. He or she's got a lovely web to go and sit in. We can get our little spider and stick them down. So here's the template. It's got all the legs, the body, the teeth and the eyes. So the outer eye and then the inner eye. But I cut mine out of coloured card. So I've got it printed off. But I used some nice mirrory, shiny card for this one. And I'm thinking the legs, potentially, you could have some little joints on there if you wanted. Maybe it could be movable then. That would be quite good fun, wouldn't it? So let's see if I've got an awl or something that I can make a hole. I found myself a little piece of scrap foam that came with a case from my daughter's iPhone. And I've also got a little pokey tool so I can make holes. And it's a long time since I've played with these, but I have some little, what are they called? Split pins. Very decorative, very cute. I think they're probably a little bit too big, not the right colour. Let's see what we've got in here. What could we use? I think because it's a lovely shiny body, I think we could get away with these sort of gunmetal shiny. I think we'll go with those. Let's see if I can find 8 of those. So that's 8 of those. I think they're all the same colour. I have to get my reading glasses on for those ones. Let's pop those there. And what we're going to do now is decide whereabouts we're going to put the legs. Maybe if I mark the sides first, that would be helpful. So I want 4, 2, 3, 4. They might need a bit more spacing. 2, 3, 4. Right, they're completely in different positions there, but never mind. Let's just go with it. Let's try these ones first. So if I just poke a hole, 3. Ooh. I knew that happened with this. Put that back in. And I didn't do a very good job of marking that, but let's go with this anyway. That's cool. Now these are then going to get in the way, aren't they, of each other? But let's give it a go anyway. So I'm just going to pop a hole in the middle of each one. Really need to glue this spike back in, don't I? Always trim those down a little bit. I hope that these holes will be big enough to push my split pins through. There we go. Right, put that back in there. Let's see. I'm going to take a split pin and a leg. Let's go with this side. Put the split pins in. Oh, now this is going to be fiddly, isn't it? There's one. And then pop the first leg in place. Oh, now I can see the end of his bulbous leg. So I didn't do them quite far enough in, but it still looks cool. So I'm going to go with it anyway. Oh, I've used my, the one that I used as a template, I think. Yeah, it's definitely going to get in the way, isn't it? I think I'll push these in, come back. So there we've got his little creepy legs in place. And I think, yes, I probably should have put them a little bit further apart, but still cute. And although you can see the bulbous end, that doesn't look too bad. But maybe next time I'd put them a little bit further in and a little bit further apart. But this is an experiment, so I quite like him. So we're keeping him as he is. Okay, now we need to put his eyes in place. So I've got to decide where we want his eyes and his nose, or his mouth rather, little teeth. And I'm thinking let's add his eyes first. Let's add a little bit of this. So I want him to be looking up. Just add a tiny bit of glue if it comes out. This is where a pair of tweezers might come in handy. There we go. This one as well, we want in the same, looking in the same direction, or, you know, you could make him look cross-eyed if you wanted. But let's have him looking that way. So I've got them in a similar position. And then, whereabouts shall we put them? Right there. Googly eyes might look cute. I don't use this sort of card very often, so this is quite nice because I've got quite a lot of it. So it's good to use it, and I've actually used it in a recent project. I don't know if you saw the video on the cat. I used it for his cape. And here we go, popping his little teeth in place. This is a little Halloween spider. Oh, I love him. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, let's now pop him down, her down in her web. There we go. And we could use a foam pad for this one, maybe. Let's see. So to allow for a little bit of movement, if we just pop a little bit of foam tape on the back, and that just gives enough space for those to move around. Don't need a lot. I will use an extra tiny bit of glue on there as well. This is where the pokey tool comes in handy, because you can actually use it to lift your tape off as well. But I'd put it somewhere now, just to make sure it sticks fast. And turn her over and have her in the middle of the web. Right, so there we go. And that was it. So when she is dry, we'll be able to move her little legs. Well, not that one, because it's a bit too close, but they do move a little bit. I think I may have tightened the the split pen's a little bit too much. But there you go. Move the top ones at least anyway. That looks really cute. So there we go, have it. Our cute little spider. Another little bug, and this time for Halloween. And she's sitting on her watercolour stripes background. And the template will be on the website if you want to use it as well. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this silly little video. And if you did, give me a thumbs up. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.